Ange Postecoglou, in my opinion, has a maximum of 10 games to turn this around. Maximum of 10 games. That's not just Premier League, that's League Cup and Europa League. The numbers behind Ange Postecoglou's reign so far at Tottenham, everyone seems to think he's a breath of fresh air because he says mate. And I am Ange out. Everyone knows that now. After my pain and misery as a defeat to Arsenal, serious questions have got to be asked. Ange will not change his tactics at all. The best managers in the world notoriously change tactics depending on the opposition they're facing. Arsenal won't play like the way they played against us, like they would potentially play against Southampton at the Emirates or Leicester at the Emirates. There is huge flaws in our system, in Ange's tactics, and we need to talk about it. Make sure you go down, drop a like if you haven't already. We're less than 200 subscribers away from 23,000, and the road to 25,000 is well and truly on. But I'm going to be brutally honest. That performance against Arsenal was just, I don't really understand how fans can come out and say, that fans can come out and say this season we've been better. If you look at the form of Tottenham in the last 12 months, or let's say since the calendar year, since January, it's absolutely woeful. I tweeted this out earlier today, and I said, if you're Ange in or you're Ange out, just have a look at this. Tottenham have kept 4 clean sheets in our last 33 games. I was actually wrong. It's 4 clean sheets in 37 games. Tottenham aren't taking their chances in the final third. Tottenham haven't beaten a Big Six team in our last 9 attempts. Tottenham have only beaten one top 10 side in 7 months, which was Aston Villa. Tottenham have had their worst start to a Premier League season in 9 years. And Ange spent £400 million, and we don't look like we've learned anything from pre-season. Now, for anyone who's Ange in, that's absolutely fine. For anyone who's Ange out, that's absolutely fine. Everyone's saying trust the process. What is Ange ball? Everyone keeps talking about Arteta, right? Arteta had a game plan that was to get rid of the deadwood, right? Build a solid back four, build from the midfield, and then build the team around Saka and Odegaard. And that's exactly what they've done. Ange has got rid of the deadwood now. There's no Solomon. There's no Winks. There's no Skip. There's no Tanganga. No Ndombele. No Dyer. No Davinson Sanchez. No Hugo Lloris. No Perisic. No Højbjerg. No Lo Celso. No Emerson Royale. And since these players have all gone, Tottenham actually look worse. Arsenal, at the weekend, did not have to perform at their normal, really strong levels to beat us. That is a huge concern from a Tottenham perspective. Massive concern. Huge. No one can blame the dead wood now. No one can blame the dead wood. Our fan base, divided, fighting, arguing each other. Brennan Johnson's deactivating his Instagram account due to Tottenham fans, absolutely ripping him to shreds, which I categorically don't agree with. And the football club is an absolute mess. Does Ange Postecoglou need to go? I'm going to be brutally honest. If we lose tomorrow night against Coventry, he should be gone on the spot. He should be gone on the spot. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. We look absolutely woeful. And I put out a tweet that said, what's the biggest problem at Tottenham right now? And I said, is it Ange's tactics or is it player performance? And to be honest, it's probably a mixture of both. 222 people have voted. 222 people have voted. Serious conversations have got to be had about James Maddison. I don't personally think he's a bad footballer, and I think a lot of people agree with me. But I don't think this system gets the most out of him. We're playing inverted fullbacks that are so high up the pitch that they've got a higher average position than James Maddison. That's on Ange. You have to get the most out of your resources. We know we've got some absolutely diabolical footballers at this club, like Brennan Johnson. And I don't necessarily, I think I can criticize him and say he's a bad footballer. But, you know, with regards to his performances, he's been awful. Like, yeah, I don't know how much longer I think Ange Postecoglou is going to be at this football club, but this can't continue. We've beaten one Big Six side in 12 months. Ange Postecoglou and Eric Ten Hag, have both been. They're both on their second and third season, and Ange has beaten the likes of Liverpool. He's won an FA Cup. He's won a League Cup. Man United, at their absolute worst, are still better than Spurs when it comes to winning trophies. And Ange is coming out saying, we're going to win a trophy in our second year. Let's be brutally honest. Does anyone right now think Tottenham are going to go and win silverware? When Van de Ven's hamstring goes, we are going to have huge, huge problems coming our way. This isn't an agenda. I just don't want Ange at this football club. There is zero tactical brain on Ange. Absolutely zero. It's Ange ball and that's it. No, you look at Unai Emery when he faces Arsenal. Then, last season when he beat them home and away. Then look at him when he's at home against, the likes of Luton. It's a different tactical approach to each games. When managers are sitting back, we struggle so much to break down a low block. So much. You look at our recent results. We've got Coventry tomorrow night, right? We've got Everton, Newcastle. We've had Everton, Leicester, Newcastle, and Arsenal. We've won one game. Then you look at our pre-season record. Look at the amount of goals we're conceding. 3 against the Korean League, 5 against Bayern Munich, 2 against Vissel Kobe. Fair enough, we kept a clean sheet against QPR. Lost to Man City, beat Sheffield United and Burnley, which we should, 2 relegated sides. Then lose to Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea. Drew with West Ham. We beat Luton, another relegated side. Spanked by Fulham. We beat Aston Villa. Fantastic win. Beat Palace. Beat Brighton. Lose to Wolves. Draw with Everton. Beat Brentford. Draw with United. Lose to City. Beat Burnley. Beat Bournemouth. Spanked by Brighton. Spanked Newcastle. Lose to West Ham. Lose to Villa. Draw with City. Lose to Wolves. Spanked by Chelsea. There's no constant incline. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, and round we go on the merry-go-round. Huge problems at this football club. Huge problems. And I don't think any of this is going to change anytime soon. I can't see it changing anytime soon. He's too stubborn with his tactics. We're leaking goals like we're a sieve. We're not taking our chances. How can an attacking team not score goals? We scored 4 goals against Everton, right? We scored 4 goals against Everton. Everton are bottom of the league and have conceded 13. We're currently 13th in the Premier League. It's insane. It's actually insane. And we've got tough games coming up. Brentford is going to be a tough game. And if we lose to Coventry, I think going into that Brentford game is going to be an absolute cispet. If that's even a word. Can't even, look. Brentford have scored the same amount of goals as us. Chelsea have scored the same amount of goals as us. Brighton have scored the same amount of goals as us. Villa, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal and City have all scored the same amount of goals as us. But we play the highest base possession football in the league. We've had more possession than any other team in the league. We've had more touches in the opposition's penalty area than any team in the league. I am just losing my patience with this football club. Losing my patience. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Tottenham will sack Ange Postecoglou? Do you think Tottenham are going to improve? Do you think Tottenham are going to win silverware? Let me know your thoughts down below, because at the moment, I think we are all over the place.